thing on. Hello? Hi. I'm Conquest Josh. I have gray in my beard. I don't know if that's a sign of wisdom or age or what. I don't know. Who knows? But welcome back to another video. Alright, so if you tuned into the last video, we kind of went over everything, along with putting the official going to town rig decal up there. Now, we opened up boxes to include headlights, which are broken, taillights, which are broken. They're all functional, but they're broken. New quarter panel replacements, and new rocker and cab corner, because cab corners have been deleted by Mother Nature. Mother Nature delete, you know? I wouldn't be so upset if it was something else, but doing this as a tribute kind of thing. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna, you know, address this a little bit. So let's get into her. So, I could use some padding for the knees. The knees section. Which, thank you, China, for graciously putting in a custom knee pad for your boy. Oh, yeah. Good on the knees. Good on the knees. All right. We're going to not slam that into the dirt. This is the crap one. Which there's, you know, a wise guy said once, there's always a good Craigslist side of the car, and then there's the other side. This panel has a couple of, you know, little dings in there. This is going to be the other side. So, I'll put this up as tight in here as I possibly can. Whoop, that's a little bit too tight there. What I'm finding is that these aren't the exact fit. You know what? The heck with you. We might just turn this into the. We might just turn this side into the Craigslist side. Let's see how this fits. It's a little bit better. A little. I do have some room up in here. That's a lot better. There we go. All right, so, and in doing this, I'm going to take my handy dandy Milwaukee. There, we'll bring you back around. Marker. With this pushed up as much as possible, I'm just going to start with this hole right here. I'm going to draw a reference line all the way around. Sorry, Z71 sticker decal thing guy. We're going to go around just like this. We're going to push this bottom in a little bit just to get a reference of where we need to cut that. There we go. Now, my awesome artistic abilities. What I'm going to do I'm going to cut this out. I'm going to cut this out. Probably take it in 2 pieces because there's nothing right here and only just a little right here holding it together. Probably delete on that with my fingers. Careful, ladies and gentlemen. Tetanus. Tetanus. The one thing that I'm going to have to figure out though is this inner is completely wasted. It's completely gone. We'll end up cutting that out. And the underside, the inside of the bed looks okay. It's a little bit rough on the rough side of things, but a little bit of scraping and scratching and a little bit of the sand blasting up in there once, you know, stuff's chipped away, and I think we can bring that back around. This stuff down here, not bad at all. That's still pretty solid down here. That'll get sandblasted. Bring that back around. You know, down here is a little bit worn out. There, we'll bring it down here. This is a little bit worn out from, you know, roasting the tires a little bit. Throwing some stuff up there. Chips the paint. We'll get that all done up, but this crap, that's coming out. That's delete, you know. So let's go find us our cutter, and let's see if we can't get this stuff cut out. All right, so thinking about it here without destroying my nice new panel, I made myself a reference line. Okay, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna eyeball this. We're gonna do the best thing. We're gonna eyeball this. We're going to eyeball this. We're gonna give us a little bit of a gap there so that we can leave some metal. Oh yeah, that's pretty even. All the way across. There. We're going to give ourselves a little bit of a gap here. There we go. Now you can see it. We're going to leave a little bit of metal. Something to work with. Out with the old. See, that's what happens on the backside. It eats away at the backside, makes pinholes, and then once it eats away at the backside and makes those little pinholes and stuff, you get all this bubbling and crap underneath your paint. And it sucks. Get your crap together, GM. Do it. Oh! Let's hit this other side. Let's hit this other side, shall we? Where do you guys want to sit? You want to sit right there? It's a good spot. It's a good spot. Not like center ice during the Red Wings when they're, you know, going to win the next Stanley Cup spot, but we'll work with it. Guys out of the direct fire. We'll put you right back over here. How about that? All right, sweet. So, what we're doing now that we've got this kind of taken care of, we're going to get this crap out. We're going to see if we can save part of this inner fender. This seems a little bit more solid. We'll get it cleaned up, get some stuff welded to it. Maybe try and reinforce it. We'll definitely get it clean enough. Some paint crap. We're going to take this chunk off here. We're running out of blade. Bend that out of there. There, now we have access to some of this stuff a little bit better. And that way we can come in here, we can get all this crap cleaned up. hopefully try and save on it a little bit, because I really don't want to buy a whole new bed, because then it's not as original, you know? It's not as original, and it's not what I'm going for. Oh, look at that. Just deleted on that dent right there. Just by the old knuckle power. Little elbow grease from behind. Yeah. We got a lot of work to do. Now, judging off of what this feels like back here, it feels like it's still pretty decent. It's just down right here in this middle portion, like right here. That's gonna need some new, well, yeah. This portion right here is gonna need some new sheet metal. But that's okay. That stuff, we'll probably end up doing it the redneck way, which will be awesome. I will find I'll find somebody who has like a washing machine or a dryer that they don't want. That stuff, pretty dang close. Pretty dang close. Not the you know, it's not exactly, but we'll see if we can find like an older one. Older ones tend to have a little bit thicker, better metal. Let's get this stuff decrapified here. And I think maybe get the old Chinese knee pads out from the shipping. I think maybe what we'll end up doing for this wheel well in here, this inner fender right here, maybe we'll just have to get some thicker metal. It'll add some weight to the back end. It'll help keep things from coming up here. Might end up just popping some of these rivets and taking this lip right off of there, because that's what it sounds like. Might just end up doing that. Might have to cut this right there. Get that deleted. That way I get to the back of this, get this worked up. Maybe put another backing pack on that. Yeah, you can just hear all the crap falling down. Pushing on that though, this is the bed. I know there's surface stuff here, but I think I might be able to bring that back around. Little wire brush, you know, and a little bit of zzz, and getting that crap all cleaned up, and then some with some good rust prevention spray sturf. That should be good up in there. Well, taking this part off, I'm gonna have to go because I got some stuff to do, but we'll bring you back. We'll bring you back. Well, this is all cut out, and it's a new day, because at the end of that other clip I had to get going, so we're rolling back into this. As you can see, it's really kind of gross under here, just a little bit. So what I'm gonna end up doing is this portion right here that my new panel's not going to cover, I'm going to actually take some of this portion of the panel, and because it's still good for the most part. I was sanding it down off camera a little bit, and that portion still got thickness to it. It's still gonna work really good. I got a lot of the rust off, even though it doesn't seem like it. I got a lot of the rust off. It's still still good enough for what we're gonna be doing. I'm actually going to take my handy dandy Milwaukee permanent marker. I'm going to line this up just a little bit. I'm kind of feeling a little bit on the back, seeing how high I need to go, because some of that stuff is rather bubbled. And then we're gonna mark this off. Let's see, is that? That's still pretty solid right there. Last of it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do just like I did with that other thing, that other panel with this line. I'm going to draw in where my replacement panel is going to go. Oop. For that, so that'll get rid of that right there. Will get rid of this. So let's get that cut out. There we go. Now we got that part cut out. You should be wearing safety gloves. FYI, you should be wearing safety gloves. But the other day when I was cutting this out, I left my safety gloves out here, and it rained. So no safety gloves for me. Anyways, that I cut it a little bit inwards. That way I have some metal to play with. You know, I can get it all measured up, and I have some room for error. If you take too much away, you can't really replace some of that stuff. I mean, you can, but it's expensive. Well, I'm trying to do it a little bit more on a budget. So it's better to leave you a little bit of room for error than to take too much away and then go, oh crap, I have to buy this or I have to buy that. So I think that's gonna wrap it up for this video, taking the actual garbage out. For my next video, what we're gonna be doing is actually going after a lot of the rust in here. And then if it works good enough, then maybe I will start to sand down some of these edges. You want to prep this metal. So that you can weld. Now, that means for this is that we're going to have to expose some of that metal on both the replacement panel and this underneath of that paint, get some of that paint off so that the welder doesn't have to sit there and guess whether or not it's actually touching metal or not. It makes it easier for the welding because you need metal to metal contact. It's basically completing a circuit with welding. You're completing a circuit. So with this rust and stuff, I actually got a new power washer attachment that allows you to feed sand into it. So we're going to try and get rid of a lot of this rust that's in here. A lot of it, it's not super bad, but we're going to try and address it the best that we can, especially this, because once you cover this with a panel, it's a little bit more difficult to get at what's all up in here. There we go. We'll try and get all of this out, and then after that, after that's done, what we can do is I'll end up painting inside of there so that I can combat some of that rust, get it to stop a little bit. And then we'll end up finding a piece of metal for this portion that I cut out. You can kind of see it right here. I've cut that out. That will finish the upper part of the inner wheel well. And then after that's done, then we can weld all this stuff in. Where's that goose at that keeps squawking? Oh, it's way over there. Come over by my house. I have some goose loads ready for you. The geese have been flying around. It's over that way. Of course, it's flying way too high for my shotgun to even touch it. Ah! 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 Anyways, that's enough of my goose. My all natural goose call. So, we're going to be tackling the rust. We'll get the body panels all sanded down so that we can get stuff welded back in there. I am doing it one side at a time just for the video's sake, but hopefully it turns out pretty cool. We'll end up, measuring twice. I've already cut, so I don't need to cut, and welding. So that's it for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to my new truck series with trying to get Gramps to, look a little bit better. We got to tune them up for the ball, make them look sharp. That's going to end up being a pain in the butt to do those, but we'll see if we can get that done. But for now, this is Conquest Josh and Gramps, my official going to town rig, and thank you for stopping by. Tune in next time. I believe I'm going to try and get these videos to be my Monday videos. Try and kick everybody off with some good vibes, some truck videos for the week. And then I'll have my Fun Friday videos. So make sure to tune in for my Fun Friday videos. And if you haven't, make sure to go check out Conquest Josh Lures on Facebook. Send me a message if you're interested in any sort of, not any sort of custom lures, because some of those are absolutely crazy that people do. But hit me up, chat with me. I'll be able to do some work for you. All right, guys. See you guys later. Thanks so much for tuning in. Bye-bye, friends.